Hey, what's good, Walking Dead fans? This is the Campfire Crew, and today we're going to be talking about Negan's plans for Daryl. Look, Season 7 premiere has come and gone, and in a whirlwind of events have left people jacked up. Man, we got people taking out real obituaries in the newspaper for Glenn, crying, threatening suicide, and who knows what else over this guy's death. If you're a big-time Daryl fan, you're probably a little bit scared right now as to what might happen to him, especially after seeing what Negan is capable of and willing to do. Now, Jeffery Dean Morgan, who is the actor who plays Negan, was in an interview and he gave his thoughts on what he believed the character Negan had in store for Daryl. We're going to break that down in more detail throughout this video, but in a nutshell, he really does respect Daryl's defiance and he does see potential in him. His ultimate plan is to break Daryl down and turn him into his new right-hand man. Now, for all you old school Daryl fans, you probably are like, no way, no, not my Daryl. My Daryl ain't going out like that. Guys, the groundwork has already been laid, and if you can't tell already, Negan is an absolute mastermind at playing mind games. I mean, just go back and look at the season finale and then obviously what just happened in the premiere this past week. Dude's legit.
You have to think that Daryl feels responsible for the death of Glenn. And you can be assured that Negan is not going to let him forget about it. Now, Negan will probably try to make Daryl feel like the rest of the group is mad at him and that they won't forgive him. This, combined with maybe a chance encounter with an angry Maggie, might be just enough to make Daryl feel like there's no going back. Now, let's look at this from a comic book perspective. Daryl isn't in the comics. Now, that's one of the reasons this particular fan loves him, is because he's this uncertain element that's been introduced into already a written story. But with that being said, there's two things from the comics that we know that is coming up. The first thing that we know that's going to happen is that Dwight is going to betray Negan. Dwight is going to eventually team up with Rick and be kind of his undercover ally into what's going on with Negan's group. Could they possibly be giving this story to Daryl? Now, one thing to look out for is if perhaps Dwight dies early on, then we can almost certainly guarantee that that is going to fall into Daryl's lap. The second thing to consider is Carl's story. In the comics, Carl will go after Negan. He will kill some of Negan's men, but Negan will spare him because he sees something in Carl that kind of reminds him of himself. This anger and this ability to go over and take over situations, and very similar to the way Negan saw something in Daryl. Now, this will lead to this kind of weird love-hate, friend-foe relationship between Carl and Negan. Is it possible that they're giving this to Daryl? Is it possible that you're going to have this exact same kind of love-hate relationship, but it will be with Daryl and Negan and not Carl? This is something also to look forward to kind of see where Carl goes from here on.
Guys, the future for Daryl is uncertain. I'd like to see the next few episodes, and maybe we get to see how Dwight and Carol's, story arcs kind of start to develop. Might give us a better idea on what they might have in store for Daryl. But I have to ask you this. What are your thoughts? What do you think? Do you think that Daryl will either, one, turn to the dark side completely, never betray his friends, or become Negan's right-hand man only to betray him later on? Now, I personally like the third option. I think that would be really cool, especially if we, the audience, don't know that it's coming. I think that would be really great. But anyway, guys, that's the video for today. Like the video if you like the video. Man, share this video. Get it out here. We absolutely love what we're doing. And we've got your episodes on lock every single Monday. So like this video if you like it. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And until next time, guys, we out.